Hi everybody. This is like the first time I've made a video on my phone for Patreon. So we'll see how this goes. Right now all my dogs are quiet. They might not be in a couple minutes. So this may be a very short video. But what I wanted to talk a little bit, this I have a drum at my feet. Um this is what my life is like. Um, Today, what I wanted to talk about a little bit is dealing with all the crazy energies that are going on. And I will put the link in the text portion of this for the video too. But a great way to do that is taking the Energy Mastery course I've been promoting. That I'm not teaching it, right? Langston Kahn, in association with Last Mask Center out in Seattle, is teaching it. But it's a class I've done, and I'm going to do again. I signed up for it again this time. That's really great. Uh, and we all kind of need this in this time, hence my taking a refresher. Um, but I'm also going to talk about right now some of the techniques that I use when I'm feeling really wonky. So, aside from really kind of formal grounding stuff that either I know a lot of people on here already know or probably learned from me, you send energy down into the earth and then have the energy from the earth come back up and all that. If you don't know how to do that, write something about it in the comments, and then I can direct you to where you can learn that too. But there's other techniques that I use to kind of place myself in physical time and space and place my body in physical time and space to kind of work through stuff somatically, more as well as like energetically. 'Cause at this point, after years of practice, I'm pretty energetically grounded most of the time, unless something really like off the wall, crazy or traumatic happens. So like me watching even like the crazy shit news that's coming out now, I'm like I'm still energetically grounded. Um, However, my brain will see stuff as a threat. So that is one of the things that happens when you see a lot of crazy stuff on the news or on social media. Our brains kind of think it's a threat. So my brain will think it's a threat. Um, so, of course, one of the things we need to do is kind of meter our consumption of that kind of stuff. The other thing I like to do is do some of this is psychological and some of this is like somatic, right? So I'll just sit here and I'll be like, all right, I'm gonna look at the things in my house, like maybe pet my dogs, visit my guinea pigs, that kind of grounding in time and space, and be like, what am I looking at? What am I touching? That kind of stuff. The the other thing I do, and this is really what I want to talk about, is checking in deeply with your body. Our bodies are often energetic tuning forks, and they will sometimes know stuff before we do, like our brains will. If you've ever had a real like jump scare, um, or narrowly missed like a car accident, stuff like that, you'll notice that the fear response actually tends to come from your bones, and that's like a real thing. That was, even though if you think about how you feel when that happens, or really notice the next time you kind of get like a real frightened scare like that, your bones release hormones that tell your adrenal glands to release cortisol. And this is like a new thing, although like I was like, when I read the article, I was like, well, yeah, anytime I get scared, the first thing that happens is my bones jolt in my body. So I've been spending a lot of time for the past 2 weeks or so really checking in with my body. Like, how threatened does my body feel? Because my body's going to know, right? How threatened does my body feel? And that is where you just can sit and you're like, checking with the body. I use a whole body check really quick, and to be honest, I really check in with my gut. Like, how does my gut feel? How do my bones feel? For real, it's like, how are my bones feeling about this? And the reply I've gotten for like the past week or so is that, oh yeah, we feel safe right now. We feel safe right now. Like there's nothing coming at us. So, and then kind of being in that deep reality of my physical body, then I can kind of deal a little bit better with the mental part of crap. What's going to happen? What does this mean if they do this? This means that. Da, 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 da. And um, the bane of being like knowing how things work. Oh my god! Like my oldest daughter is a honors graduate in political science, so this has been fun. It's been fun being really sarcastic here. So doing this is like a practice when my mind starts going has really helped me kind of separate that. Well, what's my body really feeling? And along with that, what has helped with the also with the excess mental energy, if I have it, is doing some kind of exercise. And I am totally out of character doing this, is that I joined a gym, and I've been really glad I joined the gym because it's been really helpful. I have made appointments for myself. Yay, neurodiversity and ADHD. I've made appointments for myself, and that's when I go to the gym. And that has actually really helped, and as well as all that other normal standard stuff like going outside, which here in Massachusetts everything's ice. My yard's ice, and it's snowing again right now, so that's not always easy for us here in New England at this time of year. So spend some time really checking in with your body and really feeling how your body feels. I'm checking in with my spirit guides a little bit. Another thing they want to say, and this is kind of funny, they're like, now is not the time to be harsh with yourself and be like, oh, really disciplined, I'm gonna eat super well, and like deprive yourself. They're like, we all deserve some little treats, like some little treats. One of my kids is really into little treat culture. Well, I did this today. I'm gonna get myself a little treat. But doing that within, like common sense kind of limitations. You don't want to eat like a cake every day. But doing kind of that to will also really help us connect with not just joy, but that kind of childlike joy, because everybody's inner little kid loves, a slice of cake or a cookie. We all like that. And kind of that type of love that it represents too, that kind of physical caring as well. So to reiterate, spend some time really checking in with your body. Exercise as you can to get rid of like the excess energy, especially the excess mental energy. And for some of you, that may require you pulling your energy down into your body. And again, if you have a hard time doing that, let me know in the comments, and I'll come up with some techniques for you. And lastly, don't be afraid to indulge yourself a little bit. As long as it's coming from especially a place of celebration and joy. Like when we have little treats in my house, we might get like make cookies or something, and then we all have cookies together. So in that community is really important. So there's a couple little tips for y'all, and thanks for watching. Thanks for being part of my Patreon. Take care.